When you come to one of the workshops at Heritage Elder Law and Estate Planning, or take a look at our digital workshop that's listed in our video library, you're going to learn a couple of things. First, we start with types of ownership, how ownership affects your estate plan. We go through and identify some common concerns. We address taxes. We'll talk about federal tax, state tax, gift tax, capital gains tax, and give you a fundamental understanding of some of these basic concepts. We'll talk about what a will does and doesn't do. We'll talk about how powers of attorney can be put in place, different types of powers of attorney when it comes to managing finances or healthcare decisions, and a living will. And then we'll try and tie it all together to make sure that you understand different ways that we can establish an estate plan. We'll talk about revocable trusts, what a revocable trust can do and cannot do, and we'll talk about a couple different types of irrevocable trusts. Sometimes we put them in place to save on taxes, but more commonly, we talk about trusts in the context of protecting assets for your family in the future. Well, depending on your family, oftentimes we're trying to protect assets for them, but there are family scenarios where we're trying to keep the kids out of our finances in the first place. We're protecting assets from your children. And then we talk about distribution options. Oftentimes it's not the best opportunity to give an 18-year-old their entire inheritance the day they graduate high school. Maybe we want to feather that in over a few years or lots of years. If you have family members with special concerns, special needs, spending problems, or you have those in-laws that you kind of want to navigate around, we can have that conversation as well. At our estate planning workshops, we start from A to Z to give you a basic foundation on the tools that we use in order to manage your assets. And when it comes to estate planning, it really revolves around access, control, and timing. Who has access to your stuff? Who has control, and the timing of which that occurs? And then we break that down over 3 time frames. The first time frame is when we're alive and well. Who has access and control of my stuff? When I become incapacitated, who has access and control and when? And then when I pass away, we have a different rule book. After I'm gone, who has access and control and when? So our estate planning workshop is going to give you a very solid foundation as to the basic items that you need to know when it comes to estate planning and estate planning topics.